What's going on YouTube? JTISREBORN here. Welcome to another video. This time I'm going to be talking about Batgirl Annual number 2. So this issue just came out today at the time of recording this. And this one is probably the best issue in this Batgirl run so far, at least in the Rebirth run. Because Batgirl Rebirth has had some decent stuff, but it hasn't been the best. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I feel like lately it's just kind of been like some one-shot filler issues, and they haven't really had any like legit arcs in a while that like kind of like a good overlapping story arc. It's kind of just been filler stuff. And I don't know, they were switching out creative teams and stuff, but yeah. So this issue is basically Barbara Gordon trying to solve a murder, and they bring back her murdering sociopath of a brother, James Gordon Jr., and you know, it's just her being a detective. And this costume, I know they're changing up this costume, and I saw the design of it, and I'm a fan of like from the neck down, but the cowl needs to be changed ASAP, because this Batgirl of Burnside thing, it's time to change it up. It's time. I don't really think the costume is the greatest. But yeah, so anyways, this one's just Barbara Gordon. She's doing her shtick. It's another annual. They also released Batgirl number 26 the same day, which is weird. Why are they releasing two Batgirl issues in the same day? You'd think they want to push the annual, or well, annuals are typically at the end of the month for whatever reason. They should have pushed Batgirl 26 to next week. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I haven't read that one yet per se, but I'm going to after I record this video. I don't think I'll review it, but yeah. So I'm like with this one, it's just Batgirl just kind of going on a case. She finds a murder. It's familiar to her because it reminds her of like a slasher movie she watched when she was younger with her brother James, so she has to go visit him. You find out that he's kind of like Marilyn Manson in a way that he's quite popular with the sociopaths, and he's kind of losing his shit. So, and then you get like some teases, like she eventually finds out who the murderer is. It's like some fangirl, and then in essence they set things up for later on down the road for James to come back in some way or another. This is just a one-shot issue, but I feel like since it's an annual, it's given a lot more time to flesh itself out, and I think it worked quite well, actually. You get some Batgirl doing some detective stuff. You get some moments between her and her sociopath brother. The artwork is nice. The way it goes into their past history a bit. I definitely like that. Some Batgirl kicking the shit out of an abusive piece of shit person was pretty cool. Whenever piece of shits like that get their asses kicked, it's always fun to reading. It's always enjoyable to read. Even Batgirl is just like, was it fun beating the shit out of this guy? Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, yeah, good for you, Babs. Good for you. Let's see if I can show you the panel. Oh, there's Batgirl. She's kind of stressed out. She's just like, let's see. Come on, you son of a bitch. Yeah, so this girl's living with an abusive father. Oh, let's go to guided view really quick. Blah blah blah. It's always tedious to go. Oh, him. Yeah, there he is. You stupid bitch. Who's James? Blah blah blah. Where's the line? Do I take pleasure in hurting idiots who beat women so much they reach out to scum like my brother for comfort? Yes. So I'm like, yeah, that was pretty cool. Just like, does that mean I intended daddy here into the yard of my parents? Also, yes. I'm like, there you go, Babs. That's pretty savage there. But you also see like kind of the tragedy of this this character right here, who and you see it in a lot of people who go back to like abusive relationships time and time again, and it's kind of a sad thing. Sadly, about this one, it's kind of just like left anonymous. Barbara Gordon just kind of has to leave, and she kind of has to endure it. And then she also like flashes back to like time with her brother, who she was always good to, and then turns out he's a serial killer, which, you know, that's gotta really hurt. That would choke me up. Like if I had like, you know, a sibling who turned out to be a murderer, someone you know you loved, you cared for them, and you're always there for them, and then they turn to the dark side, and it's a very tragic thing. Very tragic, very, 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 very tough thing, and I think that's one of the reasons I like this issue so much. It wasn't cringy, millennial dialogue or anything like that. It was just Batgirl being a detective, having to go face her brother, going back to her past, solving these murder cases, more straightforward, nothing too cringy or whatever you want to call it, no Tumblr-esque stuff like there was in the Nightwing annual that just came out. It was just a really solid issue, and I'm thinking, wow, if, you know, Scott, or I'm not familiar with the writer, but if they're able to continue down this path and writing something like more consistently good like this, then I'm all for it. Give me this type of Batgirl. This is better than anything else that's come out in this run. So, yeah. That's all I got to say about Batgirl Annual number 2. I was very pleased with it. I thought it's a pretty good issue. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't gotten the chance to. Pick it up. I know I just kind of spoiled the whole thing, but I kind of feel like with comic book issues, it's kind of tough to do. I guess I don't necessarily have to spoil it, but that was just me. But, yeah, I didn't give away every little detail, but it's still worth checking out and picking up and reading. I thought it was a pretty good issue. But, yeah, I've repeated myself, but yeah, I'm sounding like Jeff Goldblum with the and but yeah, okay, that's good enough. But anyways, that's all I have to say about Batgirl Annual number 2. What did you guys think of this comic book? If you read it, if you didn't, then you didn't. Worth checking out, I guess. So I'm gonna read Batgirl 26. Probably won't do a review on it, but I'm kind of spent on reviews right now. Leave your comments below. Hit the little bell for notifications. Subscribe. Let me know what you thought of it, I guess. And I'm off to go do some shit. And I'll see you next time, I guess. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SeanJTKing. Let's talk DC comic stuff. Next week I'll be back to talk about the Super Sons. And I may or may not talk about that Deathstroke issue that's coming out, because if it goes the way I hope it is, I'll just leave it alone. If it goes sour, expect an epic meltdown from me. So that's all I have to say there. If it goes sour in the way I don't want it to go, I'm going to lose my shit. But if it goes okay, where everything's fine in the end, but I don't know. I don't trust Christopher Priest. I really, to deliver the way I hope he will, because I feel like he likes to go for that, like, more, he likes to fuck with Batman. They had that thing when he was writing the Justice League stuff where he like makes out with what was it, Jessica Cruz or whatever, and I'm like, why would Batman do that? I don't know. I have a feeling he doesn't really like Batman. That's just me. I have a feeling obviously he likes Deathstroke, but I don't think he likes Batman. So, yeah. All right, I've rambled on long enough. Maybe I'll have to do a rant on DC Comics and the state of things, or so on, whatever. All right. Take care now. Bye-bye then. I'll see you next time. Batgirl Annual number 2. Worth checking out. Pretty good stuff. Good artwork, too.